every single chat show, police officers, politicians, they're all telling you, the British public, that I've incited and instigated the violence on the streets of the UK.
We want Keir Starmer to be looking out that window, because you know the intentions of all of his actions of locking everybody up.
What do you get when you combine a Silicon Valley maverick with a British political outcast? A recipe for chaos that's threatening to upend the UK justice system. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Elon Musk's recent intervention in Tommy Robinson's case isn't just making headlines, it's exposing cracks in the very foundation of British democracy.
When you have the state decide who is a journalist, we're in communism, yeah? When they start only allowing certain people to make reports, no, that's not what Great Britain is.
Migrant rape gangs in England that would run around and prey on young girls.
But is this a step too far for the Tesla CEO, or the beginning of a new era in global activism? Elon Musk's sudden interest in Tommy Robinson's case has sent shockwaves through the UK political landscape. Robinson, currently languishing in Belmarsh prison, finds himself at the centre of a global controversy. Sentenced to 18 months for libeling a 15-year-old refugee, Robinson's isolation in the high-security facility speaks volumes about the sensitivity of his case. Enter Musk, the tech billionaire known for his disruptive tweets. His recent posts have ignited a firestorm, implying that Labour leader Keir Starmer and the UK government have been complicit in covering up grooming gang issues.
Obviously, it should be objectionable, and they were upset about that, and so they complained about it online, and were sent to prison.
Yes, several thousand people have been given prison sentences in the UK for social media posts where there was no explicit link to actual violence.
Musk's tweets don't pull punches, questioning Starmer's actions during his time as Director of Public Prosecutions. It's worth noting, however, that Starmer did initiate prosecutions against the Rochdale grooming gang in 2013. The impact of Musk's involvement has been immediate and far-reaching. Public discourse surrounding Robinson's case has exploded, with social media platforms buzzing with debates on free speech and perceived injustices within the UK justice system. Robinson's supporters are rallying, viewing Musk's intervention as a game-changer for their cause. They see the billionaire's platform as a megaphone for their message about government censorship and the erosion of free speech. But not everyone's cheering. Critics argue that Musk is oversimplifying a complex legal situation, spreading misinformation that fails to acknowledge the serious nature of the charges against Robinson. They worry that Musk's narrative could undermine public trust in the justice system. This isn't Musk's first rodeo when it comes to challenging established systems. His history of using social media to question mainstream narratives aligns perfectly with Robinson's claims of being targeted for his views.
Because they have no evidence to say I've instigated the riots or encouraged in any way. There's no evidence. Evidence doesn't matter when they have the mainstream media. They just hammer you continuously with lies.
But they just said it encouraged violence. We're like, well, did anyone actually do anything as a result of that media post? Well, no.
It's a pattern we've seen before, but never with such potential consequences for UK politics. As global attention shifts towards Robinson's case, the UK government finds itself under intense scrutiny. The pressure is mounting, and questions are being raised about double standards in the justice system. Will this lead to policy changes? Legal challenges? The possibilities are as endless as they are concerning. One thing's for certain: The unlikely alliance between a Silicon Valley maverick and a controversial British figure has thrust the UK justice system into the international spotlight.
Sir Piers is a coward. And if I went on with him, like when I went on with him last time, he can't win the argument or the debate.
Chief Torture, truly evil human being, like this guy Beria. One of his famous quotes was, "Show me the man and I'll show you the crime."
As we watch this drama unfold, one can't help but wonder, what will be the long-term implications for UK-US relations and the influence of global tech giants on political discourse? While Musk's tweets set social media ablaze, a more unsettling fire smolders beneath the surface of UK politics. The government's response to this unexpected intervention reveals cracks in a system long thought impenetrable. How deep do these fissures really go? Keir Starmer, Labour leader and former director of public prosecutions, finds himself in an uncomfortable spotlight. Musk's accusations have thrust Starmer's past handling of grooming gang cases into question, despite his initiation of prosecutions against the Rochdale grooming gang in 2013.
The hotels need to be emptied. That's not a minority view, it's a majority view. These barbarians have been welcomed into our nation by our politicians who are raping, pillaging and murdering
The hundreds of thousands of people who have gathered peacefully with smiles on their faces to send a message to the communist tyrants in power.
The government's initial response to Musk's intervention was cautious, attempting to downplay the significance of a foreign tech billionaire's comments on domestic legal matters. But as public pressure mounts and media scrutiny intensifies, the UK government is finding it increasingly difficult to maintain its stance. A startling statistic has emerged. Over 3,000 Brits have been jailed for social media posts. This revelation has fueled accusations of double standards in the UK justice system, with critics arguing that the government prioritizes prosecuting individuals like Tommy Robinson, while failing to adequately address more serious criminal activities. The evidence supporting these claims is compelling. Thousands have reportedly been sentenced for online comments that didn't lead to actual violence, while concerns about grooming gangs persist. This apparent disparity in how justice is administered has led to claims of systemic bias, eroding public trust in the legal system.
Right.
They decide that you're the target, and then they figure out the crime afterwards.
All of these people, these elitists, these 1%, they don't give a shit. None of them care.
As the controversy grows, the potential for significant policy changes or legal challenges looms large. The government's evolving stance reflects a growing awareness of public sentiment, with officials acknowledging the need to address concerns about freedom of speech and the justice system's integrity. This shift suggests a response to the mounting pressure from both the public and influential figures like Musk. The implications of this unfolding drama extend far beyond the UK's borders. Musk's intervention could set a precedent for foreign influence in domestic legal matters, raising questions about the role of tech giants in shaping global political discourse. As the UK government grapples with this unexpected challenge, the world watches closely, wondering how this clash between Silicon Valley disruption and British political tradition will reshape the landscape of free speech and justice in the digital age. The Musk-Robinson-Starmer triangle has exposed deep fissures in the UK's political and judicial landscape. Musk's intervention has turned a local controversy into a global spectacle, forcing the government to confront accusations of double standards and censorship.
Elon Musk, if you hadn't given me back my platform, then the world wouldn't be able to have seen that I was innocent. The world wouldn't be able to have seen the importance of citizen journalism.
I kid you not, how can this be real? They are releasing convicted pedophiles from prison in order to put people in prison for Facebook posts.
Social media's role in this saga can't be overstated. It's become both a battleground and a courtroom of public opinion. As we watch this drama unfold, questions about the future of free speech and justice in our digital age loom large. Will tech billionaires become the new guardians of free speech, challenging governments on a global stage? How will traditional power structures adapt to this new reality? The answers to these questions may reshape our understanding of democracy, justice, and the power of individual voices in the digital era.